Louisiana Beer Reviews Omission Pale Ale, purchased at Calandro's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I wanted to buy the Pale Ale and the Lager, but for whatever reason I accidentally bought two of the Pale Ales, and when I got home I realized that I felt so stupid. I let a guy at work try this. He said it was pretty good. It's a gluten-free beer, but it's not made with sorghum. It's made with the regular beer ingredients, and they have an extraction process that they patented, and that's why they have the little magnet pulling it out. 5.8% alcohol, 33 international bitterness units. They use pale barley malt, caramel, tin, dark Munich, and Carapils barley malt. The hops are Cascade and Citra. Gets a good rating on Beer Advocate, 47 out of 100 on Rate Beer, 34 out of 100 for the style. I wanted to sit outside, but it was raining, so I got to be under the porch. It's a Widmer Brothers brand, and Widmer Brothers is part of the Craft Brewers Alliance. And we get a lot of Widmer Brothers down here, so, and Red Hooks, so let's check it out. I see some smoke, you probably can't see any. Here at 8:30 in the morning. I'm hoping the rain will take a chill pill. I was looking at the radar. Oh wow, there really was some sediment. I should have, or some little cake stuff at the bottom, but it was thin. I don't see a date. I was looking at the radar. It looks like the rain is gonna, another two hours at the most, it should be past. I'm sure the lighting is horrendous. Well, it's a semi-clear, somewhat bubbly copper appearance, and I do see some little chunks of whatever dropping. The head is medium and off-white, so it doesn't look bad. In fact, it looks all right. Let's go with the aroma. Now, you know, these gluten-free beers are made for people with celiac disorder. Most people wouldn't, you know, grab this, but some people can't have the gluten. So sort of like a health food type beer. Let's go with the aroma. The aroma is good. It's sweet. It's bready. You get those different barley malts. Get a nice hop zing in there with a little touch of citrus. No, with the aroma, you'd never guess that this was a gluten extracted health product at all. So that's a good sign. Good look, good smell. Let's see about the taste. Here's where the things start to break down a little bit. It's not bad. Okay, it's sweet. You get the bread crust. I always say that, bread crust, bread crust. Well, that's because a lot of times that's what it tastes like. I'm not just gonna, I think some of these beer reviewers, I watch so many beer reviews, they just seem like they don't want to repeat themselves, so they'll make up. To me, it seems like they're just making up descriptors. But if the next 2,000 beers I try taste like bread crust and white bread, then that's what I'm going to say. I mean, I don't see the point in just making up things. There's a nice hop. Oh, here. Oh, you know what that was? That's a boat in the river. I'm so close to the Mississippi River. The hops are interesting because they're like citrusy, but not too citrusy. They just have a nice hop bitterness, not pine. More like a straightforward hop bitterness, but it's nice. And there's a nice sweetness, but it's not an overriding sweetness. There's a breadiness, there's a crust, there's the barley malt. However, there is an underlying health food flavor note. Now, when I was a little kid, growing up in the 1970s, my mother and my grandmother would like always wanting to go to health food stores. They were like big into health food. So they would always take me into these health food stores, and they always had this weird smell. Health food stores and health food had a weird smell. It just smelled medicinal, or I can't even describe it. It's just like maybe it's all these vitamins and I don't know. It just, I could tell it smelled like a health food store. So there is that aspect to it. It's not bad, but it just reminds me of that. The mouthfeel is medium to heavy. It's kind of a thick mouthfeel. There's some chewiness to it, and the finish is not too dry, and it's pretty refreshing, and it is drinkable. It's not super drinkable, but it's a nice sipper. I mean, you wouldn't want to gulp it down, but decent lacing. I'll tell you what, it's the kind of thing where it's like something planted in your brain. If I hadn't known this was a health food drink, I probably wouldn't have ever commented on it. But then since you know it, then it's going to make you think about it. It's going to kind of bring it out in your mind. So, power of suggestion type thing. Even there's a little grain husk. Overall, though, it is very good. And if the price was right, and it was only like $1.30, $1.39 or $1.59 a bottle, I don't remember, but it wasn't like really high, and I think the 6-pack wasn't too bad. If the price was right, you could buy it. It would be all right. So for someone with a disorder, and I'll tell you what, this is a lot better than a lot of the craft pale ales I've had. Some craft pale ales are not so hot. They're really not. So this one is really nice. So I'm going to give it, a B+. I can't go to A because it's just got that health food thing going. But if the price is nice and you can't have gluten, this is one of the better ones. It's not as good as that Estrella Damm Dara. That's like the A+ gluten-free beer, really. But this is nice. So, laissez les bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. And y'all come on down to New Orleans.